Jay, a really difficult afternoon and a surprising one in all the wrong ways.
Yeah, you get these days in football where everything goes wrong. I think it's the easiest way to say it. And today, 1-11 wasn't good enough. And yeah, it's not often you have games where you don't have enough on it. You get games where there's a sort of 3 or 4 who have a bad game, but I think you can look all over the park and just say we wasn't good enough. And there's not a lot else I can say to that. It wasn't good enough. It's hard to put your finger on why when you've been on a decent little run, but yeah, I think it's a missed opportunity for us, and you have to give them credit. They come from the first whistle and worked really hard and took their chances when they come. And I think the 2 goals we conceded really killed us, and then after that we just completely lost our way when we should have maybe steadied it and tried to get back in the game. But too many players making wrong decisions, not doing the basics well enough, and that's what you have to do in football. Forget all the good football and doing this and that. You have to do the basics better than the players you're playing against, and we didn't do that.
There was a feeling almost straight from the kick-off we didn't look quite on it.
No, we didn't start well enough. I thought they down the sides of us. They got going. They won the first and seconds. Then we had a kind of I'd like to say a 5-minute spell where we got down the side, and I think Jack Wood put a good ball and we didn't take them a couple of chances. Maybe that takes the sting out of them a bit, but look, I'm picking up things. They from the first whistle they were better than us at doing the basics. I'm not going to say they come here and they passed us to death. They did it, but they did the basics well and were better than us in both boxes, and I can't deny that.
Difficult for supporters, I suppose, to understand, and for me as well, really. Such a good performance on Tuesday against Eastbourne, and such a different looking team, although exactly the same lineup.
Yeah, look, as I just said, it happens in football. I've been there as a player, I've been there as a manager. You get these games where sometimes it happens. Whether it's you're playing a team down the bottom and they're just going to fight for their lives, and fair play to them, they did. And these games, they do happen. Don't ask me why. Trust me, as a management team, there's nothing worse, because it is hard to understand. One thing I will say is I won't tolerate it. I won't get to the position we've got in the league to then sort of see performances like this, and I do think performances like this can sometimes happen as a one-off. I think you look at Havant last week. I know it was against Worthing, so you can say different, but sort of going, and it does happen in the league, and we've got to. All we can do is work harder, get things right. I won't tolerate it. If I think we need to make changes, then that's what we'll do. But yeah, I'm obviously disappointed. Well, a bit more than that, but sort of there's certain things I can't say. But yeah, very disappointed.
We've got another game on Tuesday, obviously against Dover. Is it that a good thing to have a game so soon?
I think as a manager, as a team, I think you want to get out your system. It's a tough game. It's Kent Derby, obviously Dover, so. I think it gives us an opportunity to bounce back, and that's what we've got to try and do. In all fairness to the lads, when we have had disappointing results, 9 times out of 10 we have given a response. This is hard, and it will be interesting to see how it affects people. I think for me today, you learn a lot more about individuals in games like today than you do in games against Eastbourne, if that makes sense. So we've kind of got to see how different people are, and we've got to get us organised and right for Tuesday, and that's our job, and that's what we'll do. But at the same time, the players now have got to really. I'm a big believer in you do well, you keep your shirt, and not enough today I can say have kept their shirt.
But we don't have a huge amount of resources, so in a sense.
No, of course we don't. No, of course we don't. But we just have to look at things. We obviously we know a lot about Dover, and we'll watch some games on next couple of days, and we'll make a decision on how we go that we think can get the right result. But. Sure. Certainly, if there's players competing in certain positions, I think that they know that they've not done enough today. So yeah, I'm sure you can expect some changes.
Okay. Well, we look forward to Tuesday. Bad luck today, Jay. I'm sure it's going to get better for you.
No, I hope so.
Thanks.
Cheers.